Jesus Christ, really?
Don't forget to become a member of UnrealEntGaming's Patreon for exclusive manga content and early access. Isn't that right, Seth?
I already joined his Patreon today. Tons of great stuff on there, actually. But did you really have to blow up the city?
Yes.
Blew up the domino. You blew up the dominoes and you're laughing. Do you realize the f***ing crisis here?
And you will be next. Unless you subscribe, like the video, and turn on notifications right now.
Or else what? You'll aggressively scream another man's name for several hours?
Kakarot! Kakarot!
And so, as our story involving the resurrected gods of destruction continues to unfold, I can't help but wonder on why Lord Tigron and Lord Ligor have decided to arrive here so suddenly, because even whilst with our curiosity left wandering, I do have a feeling that we are not out of the woodwork just yet with these destroyers, especially since there appears to be more that has yet to be revealed that lingers beneath the surface.
Our story now continues following the initial battle involving Universe 18's God of Destruction Primos having to go head-to-head against Master Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, to which it was only upon with the newly created Gods of Destruction that hail from Universe 19 Tigron and Universe 20 Ligor having to appear and speaking with our heroes was when Broly went on to address Ligor by responding, "Your intervention in my battle with Lord Primos wasn't something that I was anticipating, for I was prepared to see this battle through until the very end, but since both you and Lord Tigron had decided to step in, my question is why?" Broly asks. "What exactly was it about Universe 7's recent growth that has caught your attention?" Broly continues. "For you also went on to mention on how you wanted to address our power, but what exactly is it that you find so concerning or intriguing about our recent growth that made you want to come here?" With Ligor responding, "Well, I have went on to intervene in this battle, not out of disrespect for your strength, but because there are matters that are far more pressing that I would like to speak to you all about," Ligor says. "For you see, Lord Tigron and I have chosen this moment to reveal ourselves in order to further counsel you and your companions about something after having to learn more about it, for the multiverse is beginning to shift in ways that requires more than just mere strength to navigate, but it rather goes on to demand for both your cooperation and for your understanding to do so, as such events that have been told to us requires for us to know on which universes will be our friends and which universes will be our foes, Broly. But before I go into any further details about what my angel had informed us about," Ligor continues, "I must go and know something before I tell you. Do you believe that you fight on the side of protecting life, or are you someone who fights on the side of destroying it for your own personal gain?" With Broly responding, "Well, at my core, I try to avoid conflict for as much as I can in order to avoid hurting anyone, but I never found myself wanting to fight for the sake of aimlessly hurting others, and so I try to go and follow what both Kakarot and Vegeta have taught me and only fight when I need to, and if it means protecting the ones who matter to me the most." With Ligor responding, "Interesting, then if your allies are the ones who have instilled these principles within you, then your universe may in fact be an ally after all." As Goku then went on to suddenly cut in by shouting, "Hey there, Lord Ligor, we weren't expecting to run into both you and Lord Tigron so soon like this, but what exactly brings you guys all the way out here like this?" As Ligor went on to then redirect his attention back to Broly by then responding, "Listen, while the events of whatever it is to come in the near future are unknown, just know that if you and your allies are able to fight on the side of preserving life, then you are no enemies in my eyes or within the eyes of Lord Tigron," Ligor says. "For there might come a day where both you and your allies are needed, but for now, just know that there is something coming, and although we are not quite sure on whether this involves another event that was similar to that of your previous so-called Tournament of Power to be held again, or if this just so happens to involve new universes along with new gods of destruction to be created or not, understand that if we need you, then we will call for you, especially if your intentions are in good faith, Ligor says. To which it was only all the while in the meantime back down within the crater down below as Tigron was shown having to help Primos up was when Tigron went on to address Primos by responding, "You were far too boastful when you should have taken the opportunity that was presented to go and use your full power against the mortal prior to his evolution, but even after evolving," Tigron says, "you still went and decided to go and fight with your ego and not with your honor, which is why you have lost. Now stand up, Destroyer. For this battle between you and the Saiyan is hereby over, and so don't go and try anything funny while I'm here to help you, or else you will face severe consequences." But Primos, on the other hand, was not having it, because despite with Primos being shown having to pull his arm away and addressing Tigron was when Primos then went on to quickly respond, "And just who are you to go and make such idle threats to me, you arrogant rookie? Now get your filthy hands off of me. Who are you to judge my primal power when I was on the cusp of continuing my battle against the mortal?" Primos questions. "Unless you know your place on the food chain, Destroyer, because I will not allow for you to ever go and talk to me like that ever again. Are you listening to me? Don't you ever go and turn your back to me and walk away while I'm addressing you, God of Destruction," with Tigron responding, "Now let this go and be your first and last warning, Destroyer, for while it is forbidden for us to engage without the approval of the Grand Minister, understand that if the day ever comes where we do face off, I am going to make you regret those words personally," with Primos responding, "Why you? Is that so, God of Destruction? Well, the hell with our restrictions and let us go and find out then right now." But then, it was only fortunately enough with Primos' angel Rumi being shown having to stick her staff out and stopping Primos was when Rumi went on to then quickly respond, "No, Lord Primos, for it wouldn't be wise for you to go and engage against these gods of destruction or any other without it first being approved by the Grand Minister in order to avoid any further repercussions. And so because of this, let them go for now, Lord Primos, as their time will come and you will have your moments, but for now, let us go and stand down for the time being." Well, now since our business here is finally over and done with, Whis went on to then heal Broly, Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan by quickly having to chime in. And I think it's time that we all go back and return into our universe, for there is much that needs to be discussed the moment we are to touch back onto Lord Beerus' homeworld. To which it was only then suddenly within that moment as Ligor's angel Jindro went on to then spawn a portal behind Ligor was when Jindro then went on to quickly respond, "My apologies for the sudden inconvenience, my lord, but are we all ready to head back now?" with Ligor responding, "It would seem so, for I was able to confirm that Universe 7 is indeed more of an ally universe than it is an enemy to our cause, and so as we will, I will go and return to you now and speak on what was discovered." Hey, wait, so don't tell me that you guys just simply came here to stop Broly's fight with Lord Primos and leave now, did you? Goku questions. And on top of it all, what exactly was it that you went and had told Broly? Because not for nothing, but we want to know now too, with Vegeta responding, "So careful with how you want to go and address these destroyers, Kakarot. And so you better watch how it is that you speak, or else you'll end up getting us all into even more trouble than the previous ones that we had to go and deal with Tigron being shown emerging from the crater by responding, "Although he refuses to admit his defeat against the Saiyan, I'm fairly certain that Lord Primos has gotten the message, and so it is done," with Ligor responding, "Good, and so then we'll go and take our leave and be on our way, since we have the answers that we came here looking for, and to answer your question, Son Goku, yes, we in fact are. And although this isn't any sort of goodbye on the matter," Ligor went on to then continue upon being shown walking towards the portal, "we do in fact intend on seeing you all very soon, but if you truly wish not to let this day go on by, then what is it that you have in mind, since you appear to have many questions questions that is on your mind, especially when considering on how you do not wish for us to go and take our leave. Well, actually, yeah, I do, and so hey, I have an idea then, Goku responds. So since you guys are newly created gods of destruction, would it be alright with you if we could also come and take a look inside your universe and catch up with you guys in there? With the shocked Vegeta responding, What are you even saying here? Have you lost your mind or what, Kakarot? Why do you insist on trying to force your way into causing more and more trouble among these gods than it's worth, you idiots? As you're only going to make things worse by doing this. But shockingly enough, as Whis and Beerus went on to quickly chime in, was when Whis went on to then respond, well, on second thought, it looks as though someone disagrees, Vegeta, with Beerus responding, yes, I actually second this, for we might end up learning a thing or two while visiting this newly created world, and so come now and let us go and take our leave. Otherwise, you will all be left behind if you choose to want to decide and stay where you are. Well, I guess look on the bright side here, Vegeta. At least with Lord Beerus having to agree with my dad, this would at least go and put us all at ease in knowing that things aren't going to get crazy while in there, with Goku responding, no, don't worry you guys, it'll be fine. And besides, these two destroyers seem to be a whole lot friendlier than most of the other gods of destruction, and so I think that will be fine. Yeah, right, Vegeta went on to then follow Gohan through the portal. As if you honestly expect for me to go and trust your idiot of a father and having him not get us involved in some kind of a battle here against those two would be giving him far too much credit. Oh, but so be it. But don't say that I didn't go and warn you ahead of time. To which, as our heroes were then shown entering into Universe 20, it was only upon having to look around in amazement with Goku having to observe his surroundings was when Goku then went on to further respond, whoa, just look at this place. It's huge. And it's also really hot here as well. Probably not as hot as Lord Ferrix's universe was, but, well, still pretty dense. But what do you think, Broly? And are you also able to sense all of those really massive battle powers around here too? Yes, I do, Broly responds, but they don't appear to be on this planet, so are they also gods? Probably not, right? Which only leaves me to take a guess and say that this universe appears to house several really strong mortals here too. And so now welcome into my universe and on to my home, Ligor went on to address everyone by responding, for you are actually all the first mortals from any other world aside from my own who has been shown having to come here, and for you, the second god of destruction aside from Lord Tigron to come here, Lord Beerus, so please, do go and have a look around if you wish to see more into my universe, Ligor continues, and if there is anything that you would like to go and discuss, or if there are any questions that any of you would like to ask, then feel free to go and do so while you are all here with us, for we will try our best in answering them, as Whis went on to then respond, well now, what a very rich-filled world, as I'm sure that you can also sense what I am able to also sense, can you, Lord Beerus? With Beerus responding, yes, I do, but we'll go and talk about this once we go back home, as I do find this world to be quite interesting to say the least, and so it is best for us to go and take as many notes of what we see and what we can sense for once we go back home, Whis. Hey, come to think of it, I actually have a really cool idea that I think would be a really exciting one, Goku then went on to quickly add. Now, you both look like you're incredibly strong and probably two of the most powerful gods of destruction among them all, and being that we're already here, I actually wanted to go and see if I could have a shot at seeing how strong you guys really are by maybe going head-to-head against you in some kind of an exhibition match or something, you know? And so not only do I think that it would be a great way to test our strength against you if anyone else wants to join in, but it'll also be a great way for you guys to also go and test our powers too, with the shocked Vegeta responding, what's wrong with you, Kakarot? Have you honestly lost your mind here or what? You're going to end up destroying us all, you idiots! Stop trying to provoke them! You openly request to go through by challenging us to an exhibition match? A surprised Ligor went on to then ask. Is he serious, Lord Ligor? Surely he can't be, Tigron went on to respond, with Gohan having to then chime in. Hey, are you sure that you really want to go through with this, Dad? Because if these destroyers are likely going to be stronger than Lord Primos and you didn't really do well against him, then shouldn't you just maybe reconsider? You see, this is exactly why you are an idiot, Kakarot. You always want to go and just put us all in danger just because you feel the need to want to go and battle against someone who is far stronger. And despite having to just face off against several other gods of destruction before these two, with Goku responding, yeah, but what are the chances of us actually having to go and have this opportunity again, Vegeta? And so I think we'll be just fine. But then, it was only just as Goku was shown having to stretch with one of the gods having to answer Goku's request was when one of them went on to then quickly shout, fine, then I'll be the one who will gladly go and accept your challenge, with Goku questioning, wait, really? You do? And so you'll be going first then? With Ligor having to then question, tell me, are you sure that you want to go through with this? For getting into a direct conflict with potential allies wasn't something that we had intended to have happen here today. And so what are you thinking about, Lord Tigron? With Tigron responding, now while your caution is noted, we stand to learn much from this encounter, since this one here also happens to be a direct student of the gods, along with the other one who is next to him, and so this exhibition will allow for us to gauge their progress and see if they possess the qualities that truly set a mortal apart from a deity, and also having to then see if they are actually worthy enough to be considered our allies, Tigron says. Oh, well, if that's the case, then I might as well see this through myself and ensure that you don't die in this battle, Vegeta went on to then step forward by responding, as not only will I be joining then, but now you have me curious on where my power will stand by comparison to his, with Goku uttering, well, I'm glad that you decided to want to go and join in, because not only does Lord Tigron look really strong, but I think that he'll actually be the perfect deity for us to go and test our powers here against, especially if he is one of the top three. I'm not really sure on what to make of this, but I don't really think that it'll be such a good idea for my dad and Vegeta to be doing this so soon, but what say you, Broly? Do you think that they could go and maybe somehow pull it off here against that destroyer? With Broly responding, if this is going to be based off what I know, then while Kakarot and Vegeta continue to struggle while using those forms, they are without a chance of defeating that destroyer by the very end, as Beerus went on to then quickly chime back in, this is quite the view that you have from up here, destroyer, and so are you sure that you want to agree to want to go and do this? With Ligor responding, it is, isn't it? But I think it'll be very beneficial for us to go and watch and observe, as I couldn't be more certain with my decision, Lord Beerus, with Beerus having to then quickly respond, then tell me something, what is it that you know that we don't? Because I don't take you as being someone who is up to something nefarious, and so what exactly did you go and tell that Saiyan Broly over there, and what exactly are you up to here? With Ligor responding, well, although I do not intend to plan anything against you or your universe, since I am more of a direct destroyer rather than a sneaky one, I will explain more in due time after this contest between your students and Lord Tigron is over with, Lord Beerus. Which it was only just upon with Tigron being shown getting on all fours and positioning himself right before battling Goku and Vegeta was when Tigron then went on to respond, before we engage, understand that I expect nothing less than your absolute best if either of you hope to make it by me in one piece, for this will not just be a fight to test your strength, but it will also be a fight that will go on to challenge the very godhood that you carry, along with your ability to stand against one of the most fearsome gods of destruction among them all. And so now go and prepare yourselves, for I will not show you any mercy in this fight, and while neither of your powers are going to be something that I am not already well aware of, Tigron continues, I want you both to go and show me on just how proficient you truly are while wielding them in battle. To which it was only moments later with Goku and Vegeta now shown having to channel the powers of their Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego forms onto the surface was when Gohan then went on to chime back in, well, I sure do hope that Dad and Vegeta are ready to engage here, because there's no telling on how strong that Tiger God is going to be, but if anything, I don't think that they ever had intended on sparring with us here, but what do you think? Do you think that this was all a part of their plan or something, Broly? With Broly responding, well, from what I know, those gods of destruction don't hold anything against us, unlike how the other destroyers did, and so while I'll go and fill you in on what I know later, to my understanding, they are only looking to further gauge us in order to see if we are worthy of fighting alongside with or not, to which as Vegeta was then shown standing in front of Goku was when Vegeta then went on to quickly respond, listen, I'll be the first one to go and engage with him here, since it'll make more sense when considering on how we both stem from the same token of strength in wielding destructive power, and so unless I call for you, then I'll be fighting him first, got it? With Goku responding, wait, seriously? But didn't we agree to go and fight him together on this one? Because, well, I mean, there's no telling on what that destroyer is capable of, and so don't you think that it'll be wise for us just first to go and engage against him together? Oh, those two better not go and screw this up down there, Beerus went on to then quickly add, cause they won't have another chance to fix it if they do, as Ligor then went on to raise his hand up by quickly shouting, and now that both parties are in order and ready to engage, let the exhibition between you all begin, to which it was only upon with Tigron being shown quickly making the first move was when Tigron then went on to quickly shout, "Mortals of the 7th universe, this will be your one and only chance to go and prove to us on why you are worthy to stand among us as warriors who are not only able to bear the power of the gods, but also contend against them in battle as well." Whoa, this destroyer is a hell of a lot faster for someone his size than I ever would have imagined for him being, and so we've gotta hurry and act fast, Goku says. Well then what are you just standing around here waiting for him to attack us for, Kakarot? Hurry and break away now before that beast is able to go and pounce on us. To which it was only fortunately enough with Goku and Vegeta being shown barely getting out of the way as Tigron went crashing on down where they once stood was when Gohan then went on to quickly chime in, "Man, that god of destruction is probably the meanest and likely the most vicious destroyers that I have yet to seen when compared to the others. And what's even more is that they are hardly even getting started out there too, but oh, I just hope that they are careful out there against him." To which it was only then within that very moment as Vegeta became the first among the two and having to go against Tigron directly was when Vegeta went on to then quickly shout, "Alright, god of destruction, since you wanted to go and see as to what we're made of while training under the gods, then allow for me to go and show you. You arrogant little warrior, challenging me whilst trying to do it alone without the aid of your ally was a mistake," Tigron says. "And because of this, it'll be one mistake that you will come to quickly find out that'll go on to cost you dearly, Saiyan. And so, don't go and get too comfortable here, Saiyan." Tigron went on to then tackle Vegeta down upon being shown mounting on top of him. "For you carry the power of a god of destruction, but yet you still fight like a mere mortal by taking the foolish approach of allowing for me to go and make the first move against you and not the other way around. Did you truly think that you, with your incomplete understanding of destruction, could stand against me? No, and because you are the first to go and try, you will be the first to go and fall." As it was only right then and there now, during that moment, where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of the Resurrected Fallen Gods of Destruction, the Legendary God Saga, Manga Chapter number 1 Special, then comes to a close.
Well, actually, I'll go ahead and take it from here, as I do want to go as far as to address something very important with our dear viewers at the moment. As before I go and give you the following information, if you aren't already a member of Unreal's Patreon community, then you are truly missing out on so much without you even knowing, because not only is the next episode already on the page, but if you want to support all of the manga content that you see and gain access to tons of exclusives along the way that range from a variety of different things, then we do encourage for you all to become members of our Patreon community today, for we will link everything down within the description box below and pinned comment section as well. Now, I will go as far as to say that not only do I believe that this is more than likely going to be an extremely difficult battle for our heroes to undertake, especially while engaging against the fearsome and vicious Lord Tigron, but at least this will reveal to us all on where our heroes currently stand on the scales of power when ranked next to two of the strongest gods of destruction, as I am also fairly confident that we are bound to witness something very unexpected take place relatively soon, and so you do not want to miss out on what is about to happen coming up next. So we hope that you all enjoyed today's video, as before you leave, do make sure to give this video a thumbs up by smashing that like button on your way out, as well as subscribing to UnrealEntGaming's channel in case you are new around here. We thank you all for watching and hope you all have a wonderful day, everyone, as we'll see you all in the next one.
Hello! Did you know that you can stay up to date with the latest Dragon Ball content by simply subscribing to UnrealEntGaming?
Also, don't forget to follow on these social media platforms, you sexy son of a bitch.
Roshi!
Silent Cell, me and the fans are having a moment. That's right. I know what you want. Extra long, thick Dragon Ball content. Quality reviews with flawless editing. Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You dirty bitch.
Roshi, the fuck?
God damn it, I need them to subscribe, Cell.
And we're demonetized.
Yeah, screw it. Let's cut to the video.